All right, Black Friday week is almost over and you've got a decision to make. If you have not already taken advantage of the Black Friday deal on PlayStation Plus, this video is for you. Because what we're gonna do is look at all the games that are deeply discounted right now as well. I'm talking about at least 75% off. And at most, $20 American. We're not going to spend any more than that on one game. Not only that, but we will only look at games that are really highly rated, with a Metacritic score of at least 85. So let's call this episode 85 under 75. So what I've done for you guys is create another spreadsheet. I know how much you guys love spreadsheets. This is going to save you so much time from scrolling the stores yourself. I'll even put the links in the description. So the PlayStation Store has up to 75% off on some games, but the problem is you can't sort it based on percentage. So I've done all the hard work for you. Not only have I gone through all of these games and kept only the 175% off, but I've also gone to Best Buy, GameStop, as well as some websites you may have not even heard about. And what I've done in the spreadsheet is I've compared the prices from each and every store. So we have PlayStation Store, GameStop, Best Buy, Video Game Plus. And we see our retail price, our sale price, and how much of a discount we get. And we also have the Metacritic rating. So the goal of this exercise is to try to spend the money we saved by not buying PS Extra or PS Premium. So down here, I have a total price. Obviously, you're not going to add each and every one of these games, so I've added a few extra in case you want to swap some. Some of them are digital, but I will give you the option to buy the physical copy as well, and sometimes it's even cheaper, to be honest. So because some of these games are new and some of them are old, we're going to start with the most relevant ones first. All right, the first game I want to talk about is God of War Ragnarok. I just talked about this game in the last video, so we're not going to talk about what the actual gameplay is like or what the game's about. We're only here to talk about the prices. The PS5 version on the PlayStation Store is currently going for $69.99. There is no deal. But you know where there is a deal? Best Buy. Best Buy has God of War Ragnarok Standard Edition $50 off. It's $19.99. What a deal. And if we go to GameStop, look at this. $17.99. Even better. And the other stores have it for $29.99. So GameStop actually is the winner right there. So the Metacritic score is 94. Our retail price was $69.99, and our best price we got was $17.99. So with the extra $50 off, that brings it to 74%. See, originally I had Canadian prices and it was 89. So let's just change that to Bald Eagle prices. There we go. So now it's 74%. It used to be bigger. This is for the PS5 version. If we go back to GameStop and look at that great price of $17.99, look what happens. Bam! The PlayStation 4 version of God of War Ragnarok is only $10. Should we add that in? I think we should. Let's add that in. So over here, we have the PS5 version of $17.99 or the PS4 version for $10. Let's see what happens if we turn this into $10. But $69.99 was for the PS5 version. The PS4 version was actually $59.99. So let's update that. So we're going to update the new retail price. And there we go. We still get an 83% off. What a great start. A $60 game for $10. Let's go. And the next game I want to talk about is Elden Ring, because this one has never came to PS Plus at all. Will it ever? I don't know. I don't think From Software games come to PS Plus Extra. Anyway, the retail price for Elden Ring, even though it's a few years old by now, is still $59.99. Walmart has it down to $33.43. Video Games Plus has it down to $21.38. These numbers are weird because they're based on Canadian prices, so this is actually $29.99 Canadian. Best Buy has it at $19.99, $30 off. That's not bad. What about GameStop? Can you beat that? Ooh, by $1. So the PlayStation 5 version of Elden Ring is available for $18.99 at GameStop. So if we update the new lowest price, which is $18.99, we get 68% off. All right, well, it's not quite 75% off, but that's such a highly rated game that I think I'm going to keep it. Look at this. So far, we have 2 games and it costs us less than $30. Let's go. So before we move on, let's just add Amazon to the mix as well. So for Ragnarok, the PS5 version is going $43 and $32 for the PS4 version. Not even close. Elden Ring was going for $19.99, which is the same as Best Buy. All right, the next game on the list is Hogwarts Legacy, and there's good news here. You don't have to leave the house. The best deal in Hogwarts right now is through the PlayStation Store. It is 85% off. GameStop has it at $24.99. Best Buy, it's $29.99. VGP's $28.51. Walmart supposedly has it at $15, but it seems really sketchy. It just says options. What does that mean? Yeah, it looks okay to me. $15. And the Amazon price is $23, so not even close. So PlayStation Store wins this one. Also worth mentioning here on the PlayStation Store is the PS4 version is also 85% off. With a retail price of $69.99 and a sale price of $10.49, that is 85% off. So that qualifies for sure. But Hogwarts Legacy only has a Metacritic rating of 84, so I don't know if it fits the video. I tried to promise you guys 85 or above with a discount of 75 at a minimum. And I'm already failing it because look at this one. It has 68%. But I'll count that as a win. So far, we got 3 games going for $39.48. And those are 3 great games that you could spend a lot of time in. And the next game I want to talk about is DeadSpace. Now, I understand a lot of you already played this when it was a monthly game, but if you're like me, you've been ignoring the monthly games. And now, since I'm on the brink of canceling PS Plus, I might lose access to this game and I never got to play it. So the good news is it's 85% off on the PlayStation Store. A retail price of $69.99 and it's available for $10.49. GameStop has it available for $19.99. Same with Best Buy and Amazon $24.99. So the best price goes to the PlayStation Store. It's like half the price of the retail places. So let's add that in there. Also, this is a great game with a rating of 89. So after adding our 4th great game at $10.49, our new total price comes to just under $50. And the next game I want to talk about is the latest Yakuza game. It's called Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and it combines both characters, Ichiban and Kiryu. It was $100 not too long ago. Currently, it's going for $69.99, and on the PlayStation Store, you could get it 70% off at $20.99. GameStop, $27.99. Best Buy, $49.99. Walmart, $29.98. And here's why VGP is included in the list. It hasn't won anything yet, but look at this. A $64 game, almost $50 off. It is only $14.25. So VGP does ship to the USA. They are from Canada. But if you don't want to deal with them, you can get it through Amazon. Amazon has a great deal on this game. It's only $14.99. And that's the PlayStation 5 version. The PlayStation 4 version is still $40. So if we go back to our list, Infinite Wealth, the best price is $14.25 from Video Game Plus. But in case you want to deal directly with Amazon, it's $14.99. So currently it's 80% off, but if we put $14.99, that brings it down to 79%, which still tracks. We got a game that's above 85 with a discount greater than 75% off. So that still counts. So now we are 5 games in and $65. That's almost half. All right, since we're on the topic of Yakuza games, let's talk about Lost Judgment. This is a brand new character, so you don't have to know anything about the other games. It's a fresh start. If we go to the PlayStation Store, it is $89.99 for the Ultimate Edition and $59.99 for the basic version. So there's no Black Friday sale currently on the PlayStation Store. But if we go to GameStop, the PS5 version is available for $14.99 and $12.99 for the PS4 version. Best Buy has it at $17.49, $42 off. Walmart has it for $19.99, and VGP is killing it. Look at this. The PS5 version is available for $14.25. Okay, so $14.25 is 76% off, but we're not done yet. They have the PS4 version for $7. That's crazy. So if we type in $7.12, our discount goes to 88% off. That's crazy. Now, I know this game is not above 85. It's still 82, but that is definitely worth mentioning. These kind of games you get lost in. There's so much to do. Infinite Wealth takes over 117 hours to platinum. Lost Judgment, another 100-hour game. So like 100 hours for less than $10 is insane. So our total price only goes up to $72. While we're on the topic of super long games, let's talk about these ones really quick. So Red Dead 2 on the PlayStation Store is 75% off. GameStop has it for $1 cheaper, and VGP has it for $10.69. I'm not going to go through every store. All you need to know is $14.99 is 75% off, so it still qualifies. If you wanted to save a buck and get it from GameStop, that goes to $77. If you wanted to wait for shipping and order it from VGP, that's 82% off. But that's only saving you $3. Personally, I would spend the extra bucks and get it from the PlayStation Store so you could download it right away, unless you really care about having it in physical form. And the next super long game is also a bit old, but holy moly, 175 hours. The Witcher 3 is currently $40, but The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition is only $10. It's 80% off on the PlayStation Store. GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, and Amazon are not even close. Even VGP, although it has a version for $7, it is a PS4 version. It's not the complete edition. So for this deal, the PlayStation Store wins $10 for almost 200 hours of content. That's probably the best bang for buck you're ever gonna find. You can probably cancel PS Plus today and play this for the entire year next year. So that's a 92 Metacritic rating game, 80% off, which brings our total to almost $100. Which is almost the same price as PlayStation Plus Extra if you were lucky enough to get the 25% discount in America. So if we also write down all the hours spent playing these games, we would get an insane number because these games are so long, which is what we have here. So if you ignore all the side content and only focus on the main story, that's 27 hours, and Completionist Run, doing everything, getting the platinum, is about 56 hours. So doing that for every single game, guess how many total hours we're gonna get? So this is if you ignore all the side content, you're looking at 310 hours for $100. Or let's get the platinum numbers. 883 hours. That's insane. So if we bring those hours next to our price, what we can do is calculate a new formula. Dollars divided by hours. So just with these few games, we're looking at 31 cents per hour. And that's for the rushed, okay? So if we do this again for the platinum, we're looking at 11 cents per hour. But I know it's uncharacteristic of this channel to only give you super long open world games. So let's add some short indie games too. All right, we're gonna add 2 indies to the list right now. And that's Hotline Miami with a score of 85 and Celeste with a score of 92, which is one of the best short games out there. I'm not gonna go through every price of a Hotline Miami. All you need to know is it was 80% off the PlayStation Store. So normally it's $9.99. It is only $1.99. And if you really like this game, you could get the second one for $2.24. So I'd highly recommend you buy both these games because it costs nothing right now. Both games are available on Extra, so you don't have to buy them, but this is such a ridiculously good price. But when we talk about Celeste, you're going to see why I'm adding indie games in here. Because Celeste is $20 and it's 75% off, so $4.99. Okay, that doesn't seem like a big deal, but when we start to look at the prices of how much this game actually costs normally, like a physical version, it's insane. So this is GameStop, $30. Best Buy has it at $70. VGP, $28. And Walmart, guess how much it's on Walmart? It's $40 or $100 or a brand new factory sealed version for $167. I know we take these games for granted when they're on PlayStation Plus Extra, but these games are hard to find. These indie games are hard to find on physical. So although we determine that these super long games being a cheap price is the best value you're gonna get as far as dollars spent per hour, these short indie games are almost the exact opposite. Because a game like What Remains of Edith Finch is only 2 hours, yet they charge $20 for. So outside of PS Plus, it doesn't make sense to buy these games because if we go to our formula here, where it's 30 cents per hour played, we're literally spending $10 per hour. We're spending $20 on a 2-hour game. So if you really want to get the maximum value out of a subscription service like PS Plus, you're actually getting better value if you play lots of these games. Because these games you would never buy in the real world when they're at full price. So if you want to know more about short games, this is the channel to subscribe to. But let's get back to it. So after we add these 3 games, our total new price is $109. So we can stop the video right there, but I'm going to tell you about some other games that are on sale that didn't really meet the criteria of being over 85 or over 75% off, but they're still good deals. So I'm going to tell you about them real quick, and I'm not going to do this whole comparison thing. I'm just going to show you the final price. First, we have Resident Evil 4, which is not on sale for PS5 or PS4 on the PlayStation Store. But it is on sale on GameStop for $18.99. It's actually cheaper than the PS4 version. The Last of Us Part 1 is on sale at 50% off at $29.39, but I'm here to talk about The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. It is currently not on sale on the PlayStation Store. It's still full price at $49.99. The best current price is GameStop at $27.99. Best Buy, Walmart, and Amazon have it at $29.99, and that is 44% off. Finally, a new game, DeathStranding 2 on the Beach, is currently 29% off at $49.69, but GameStop has the best deal at $44.99. So that's $3 less for the physical version, bringing it to 36% off. Another great deal on a great game is Doom Eternal. This one's not on sale, but the deluxe edition is actually cheaper than the standard edition. It is 75% off right now at $17.49. And that PlayStation Store beats out the competition. So that is a certified plus 85 critic rating and a 75% discount. Let's add that in. Great game to play. Another great game that's 75% off is Sifu. You might have been lucky and already claimed this as a monthly game, but if you haven't or are quitting PS Plus, you can have it for $10 on the PlayStation Store. Mortal Kombat 1 is available for $28 on Walmart or $18 on GameStop. But the best price? Just stay at home. $9.99 on the PlayStation Store. That's the last game we're going to talk about today. So if you were able to buy every single one of these games we talked about today, it would cost you $240. Obviously, I don't expect you to do that, but it just goes to show how much you're saving getting PS Plus Extra if you actually have the time to play all these games. Or maybe you'll come to the opposite conclusion. Why am I paying so much for premium when I could spend the same amount and have games to keep without any rush? Physical media is going to stay with you forever. I actually made the mistake of buying the digital-only version of the PS5, and it's the original too, so I can't even buy the disc drive for it. That's only for Slim. Thankfully, I have been keeping pretty busy with PS Plus Extra the last 3 years, but it's good to know that these deals still exist. So personally, I have a habit of not spending over $20 on a game. So although these prices still look pretty decent, they fall outside of my range of what I'm willing to pay. Ooh, Demon's Souls for only $28. So as tempting as these are, I can't actually physically play them because I don't have a physical disc drive. And also, with the current sale of 25% off Extra and 33% off Premium, look what happens to the final price. The final price of Extra is $101 American, and the final price of Premium is only $6 more. So as much as I want to cancel, there is no deal on Essential, and that's really, squeezing my hand there. Like, I'm tempted to renew, but if I'm gonna renew, I would just rather spend the $5 extra for Premium, because who knows, maybe someday I'll get a Portal. Anyways, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you find a game that you like to play this year, whether you've decided already to renew your PS Plus subscription or you've decided to cancel it and buy games instead. Either way, I want to wish you a full year of great gaming, whatever your direction might be. I'll still be here talking about short games, so if you get sick of those huge open world games, you know who to come to get your fix. That's it for the Black Friday episode. Until next time, be a friend, and I will see you again.